Do 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 do. Putting down some tokens cause I wasn't ready. Do do. She goes and gets the regular sized door for you. As you guys come in, there are some rats that kind of almost act like puppies that come up and smell you, but because you're made of like inorganic material, there's no real reason for them to attack you unless you attack them.
Yep,
They're
and
like,
Clatter
"Oh,
is
what
very
is
glad
that?"
that he is on her currently.
I give
Oh, what is
scritches.
that? It's moving. Is there an animal handling thing? Hold on, let's see. Do you want to roll me a nature to see how good those scritches are?
Sure. I have a +1 to nature. That should go real well. Oh, yeah, actually it did. 19.
You scratch it so well that it kind of starts to follow you for a little bit.
Hell yeah. I got a pet, guys. We're all with pets now, guys. We did it.
Oh no, I'm stuck in a room.
Right here. Mission accomplished.
She goes down the hallway and says, I think I came in this way.
I do like
I will
every
move in with
corner,
her.
like I'm prepared to fight something. And I don't know why.
Oh, she disappeared. I have no idea what happened.
You just see Gilgamesh straight up pull all the tactic runs and movements that a straight up like Marine would do. I'm just like huffing and puffing, like unnecessary flips, unnecessary rolls, you know, all the nonsense.
Okay.
I come here and I point to a whole bunch of books and I say, "Hey, Clatter, might be something good in there too, right?"
Oh, very astute observation.
I say as I'm like looking around all over the place.
Do you like books? That's cool. Books are cool.
Did you, Onuris stops, you know, kind of when prompted and is like, did you want to look at the books? I don't mind waiting.
Yes.
She lowers you to the ground.
I go back to the
Clatter will immediately like look at like kind of flip the books through to see if any of them are like spell type tomes or anything, and if they're not, he'll just be like, "Oh,
you're doing a stealth check."
Oh yeah.
No, he's adventurous. He's like, I'm gonna keep going and go look around. I think you have dark vision. Oh, you do. Okay, good. You take the time and you look and you see that, like Onuris said, this seems to have been some sort of temple to some sort of deity, but a lot of stuff has been defaced, sadly.
And he'll kind of look through the book, seeing that they're ruined, and be like, people have no respect anymore for any type of magic. And he'll just kind of like push the books away and like walk back to her like, uppies.
Actually, roll me perception before you throw the books away. So like investigating actually like takes some time to do. For example, the gather information means that you're moving around and talking to people and actually gathering information, but that means that like game wise your character's kind of busy for like an hour. But you're gonna you go through these books and you are able to gather that the name of the god that was defaced, you're able to find a name, High Fang, god of storms. Apparently upset somebody and they destroyed his temple. From his religious texts, you're not able to gather any spells or anything else, really. They've been defaced and ruined, but you were able to find his name here and there, and that is what you find. Abraxis, did you go through that door or no?
You said the name was what?
I'm just positioning myself so that way, if anything comes from this hallway, I can see it, and if anything comes down that hallway, Tammy's down. Tammy can see it.
Okay.
What did you say the name was?
I'll write it down.
Fang, God of Storm.
I'm writing it in the... Bam.
I spelled that wrong.
Does he have anything to do with like necromancy or anything?
Roll me knowledge religion. As you rack your brain of old memories.
I grabbed one piece of
Well,
paper.
I asked that because I have occultism and
Religion is
multiple
under
things.
occultism. You know what? I'll accept occultism as a roll for this god. What were you saying, Gil?
Gil was just gonna grab any piece of paper that's around. He's gonna read it out loud, saying, "And he rose 3 days after drinking tea in a cave." Mom, how long did it take us to rise? I just asked him.
1d4 days.
So potentially less than this guy. We're better. I say as I toss it behind.
She says, "Oh, immaculately." But for occultism, you don't know much about this god of storms, but you do know, as like you're kind of racking your brain.
Whole brain.
All right. As you rack your memories, that you know aren't, you're not even like sure you have necromancers, and an image kind of keeps popping up in your head. Let me pull it up. As you try to remember this deity, Hai Fang, evil ones more pop into your head that have really nothing to do with this god. And you know what? Roll me concentration.
Concentration.
Oh, concentration. How does that work in Pathfinder?
That's what I was just about to ask.
That's a good question. One I don't know the answer to.
Oh, no.
Can you
Abraxis.
see ability scores?
What's going on, sir?
How do you roll concentration?
I don't know if ability.
So-
You know what? What about? Okay, so how about instead of that, over on the left, underneath initiative and perception, you'll see that there are 3 saves: fortitude, reflex, and will. I know it's not necessarily a save, but go ahead and roll me will.
Cool. I will gladly roll a will.
Damn.
Yeah, hot dice today,
I don't-
man.
Bro, you haven't rolled under a 10 this whole time. So, give me 1 second. Let me take a drink. Let me jazz it up for you. That's a 24. Okay. They're keeping me on top of my game with these rolls. Like, I don't know. You rolled the 1. You walked into a well. That's all you get.
Those are easy things. Roll high. Oh shit! I have to search my memory now.
Right. All
That's
right.
funny.
So you close your eyes, and
He covers his eye sockets.
you close your eyes, and you just are like, "All right, come on, I can do it." You cover your eyes, and you really start to hone in on what it is that your mind is more trying to tell you. And copy. This image is what pops into your head. Sadly, I'm going to make you do more work than having an image. But as you hone in on this image, it's a common occurrence with whatever is doing this. You kind of get an image of cults and worshippers not only defacing this place, but you kind of get images of other churches just kind of burning, and then this image kind of rising behind them and laughing maniacally before the flames of the city kind of get out of control and flicker, and the image kind of goes away, with his face being the last thing you see in your head. You don't know the name, you don't know what's going on with it, but you do have a good, like, something is telling you that this guy is behind what happened here.
Oh. And he'll kind of like uncover his eye sockets and be like, that's not quite right, but all right then. And then he will immediately be like, okay, ups, this floor is dirty.
Okay, uppies. Abraxis, roll your perception. I'm gonna put you in here, and then I'll just move all three of you.
You ever eat chicken nuggets so
go.
hot
That's
that
a
they peel off
two.
the first layer of skin in your
That's
mouth?
what we were
yeah.
looking for.
I didn't bump
Oh,
my
God.
face this time.
Yeah, you hear absolutely nothing in anywhere. Everything's fine.
Where the hell
Just
is
over
your
there
character?
popping locking.
What? I thought I could put it in the middle. I guess I can't. All right, that's fine. You unless you have Tammy alert you everybody seems to be starting to. Onuris is like, "Hello, sweet pea," and like pets Tammy, but then otherwise, like, unless instructed, she seems to just kind of keep going down this long hallway.
I tell everybody, hey, Tammy's going this way. I think we.
Thanks,
lost
Tammy.
Morris. Oh, you're alive. Okay, great. I mean, you know what I mean.
There's a room over there.
Oh, there's stuff.
I don't know. I saw a door. I didn't go through it because I can't reach doorknobs.
Oh, okay.
Now I'll be
I'll
back.
rush back and go.
I can't reach doorknobs.
Lady Mom Onuris, could you open a door for us down there? I think we
Oh,
found
yes, I
something.
can.
Great. Lead the way.
Oh my god, trying to move you guys is just separating you further. Okay, there we go.
If it's easier, I can just move him behind her and say that he's on it.
Oh, there is a door. There's a whole hallway and everything. Wow. And now
Yeah,
there's a
I was
bunch of
making sure
rocks.
nobody.
There's a
Don't
bunch of
talk about
rocks
it,
in the
Onuris, that way.
Onuris is going to put down oh god, what's his name? Clatter. Clatter and the bird
Does he make a
for
noise
a second,
when
and
he goes down? Is it a clattery
does he?
noise?
Oh yeah, like Clatter immediately, like as soon as he like touches the ground, he's like, ew. And he'll like literally within 5 feet around him will just keep prestidigitationing
Oh gosh.
every ounce of dirt and anything that's gross away from him.
So, as she opens the door, I would like you all to roll initiative. How you do that is you click on your character sheet. To the left, you have your hit points, your armor class, perception, and underneath perception is initiative.
I don't like it.
That is
Come on,
crazy. What are we doing? Rolling perception?
Uh,
Perceptions?
Rolling initiative,
We're
and you
rolling
can do that either
initiatives.
on your character sheet under perception to the left, Or let me get rid of Onuris. She's not going to
Under
partake in
perception to the left.
Or yeah, to the left, it's under perception on your character sheet. I don't even think it matters what page you're on. It's like under your AC and your health, or under the chat box. There's chat messages, and then encounters is the cross swords all the way at the top on the right, in like the little chat. You can click that. There's also oh, I guess I don't need to put the crow in.
There you go.
Perfect.
Oh, no, is that sea snakes I see on the encounter?
Clatter.
Yes.
Well, yeah, there wasn't regular snakes. So I was like, all right, sea snake. Or there might have been regular snakes, but they didn't have venom. Clatter.
Listen, just as long as they're not
Onuris
poisonous snakes, okay? That's scarier in concept.
opens the door and steps away, giving you room to act. What do? You have 3 actions total that you can take.
Oh, do you,
Cool.
before this starts, do you want me to clarify the concentration check stuff that everybody was talking about earlier, or
Mhm.
just move past it?
No, we can get to it if need be. I kind of talked to him the other day about concentration and stuff like that. But what's great about all this stuff is that it's written down. So if concentration is needed, it'll say. But if we went over it. We went over. If we need to brush over stuff, we can brush over stuff though.
Somebody said, how do you do the concentration check thing?
Oh well,
Right.
yeah. But if you look, I couldn't click on their ability scores to just do those, so I'm going to use those instead.
Okay. Well, just so you know, the concentration check is just a DC check. I'll post the math for it.
Yeah.
And in order to concentrate on a spell, if there's nothing else going on, it's just going to take however many action nodules the spell casting takes in the first place to continue concentrating on it. You don't have to do a concentration check
Interesting.
unless something is specifically distracting you, like you're taking damage or something crazy is going on. Other than that, concentrating on a spell is actually just reusing those same action points you used in the first place.
Gotcha. Brutal. So, for example, let's say, just so that we're all on the same page. Clatter is going to cast Charm, which is a concentration spell, but he has taken damage. So his next turn, he has to keep concentrating on it, and he doesn't. Like those 2 action points are automatically used because he needs to use 2 actions to concentrate on it. And if he, let's say, moves and uses his 3rd action and he takes damage, does that mean that he loses that concentration?
So if you're hit, you take damage. You have to make a concentration check, otherwise you stop casting the spell.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out how to make the concentration check.
The DC is 10 plus the damage taken plus the level of the spell that they're casting.
Okay, so it's a 1st level spell, 11 plus the damage taken. So it'd be 11 plus the damage taken.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. But then because we can't roll concentration. You know what I mean?
It's just a D20 roll, basically.
Oh, just a base D20.
It's just a DC. Yeah, it's
shit.
just a DC check. So,
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess for like, if it's kind of like D&D,
I might make it a will save.
the D20 plus probably like proficiency modifier.
Yeah, so
like
what
if
I'm
you-
going to do is for concentration checks, what I'll do is I'll have you roll will to use your willpower to be able to keep concentrating on it. and your DC for that will save will be the 10 plus the damage.
Okay.
Plus, well, 11 plus the damage because it's plus the spell of the level of the spell gets added to the DC to concentrate on it.
Okay. And approximately how far is this first snake from?
Let's see. Let's use the 10 feet.
Cool.
15
going-
feet, actually.
I posted the math for the concentration check in the chat thing for this DC.
Thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to steal it and put it under resources.
I'm going to do this. And Clatter will kind of sit there and be like, ew, slimy, go away. And he will cast that.
Electric arc. Let's choose spellcasting and modifier. So it's it would be +4. So a D4 +4. So I'm gonna hit the.
Modifier?
I'm gonna have them do a reflex save.
Because if it's my spellcast modifier,
Oh, shit.
spellcast 7.
They rolled a crit. They made the save, but for conversation's sake, let's say that they didn't. I kind of want to see if the damage math is correct. Can you roll damage so I know it's a D4 +4?
Do I just hit the damage button?
Yes, you should be able to just hit the damage button. Yeah, all right, sweet. The math is mathing, and that is a delight.
I believe that arcs to all of them.
The two of them.
Lightning leaps from one target to another. It doesn't say if it has like a different, like a range or
Yeah,
anything.
two targets. What is that?
Yeah, I pulled it up. Underneath your spells, it says targets 1 or 2 creatures. So you can hit 2 creatures if you'd like to.
Cool, yeah.
Dodge that
He'll-
one
he'll hit two of
second,
them.
snake.
Dodge that one second, snake. We'll say it's this one. Reflex save. Oh shit. They're rolling good too. I think maybe I'll make my rolls private.
God damn.
Jesus.
In case, you know. But they sadly made their save. That is 2 out of 3 of your actions. You have 1 more that you can take. And if you're unsure, I will reference you to resources.
All of
and
my
then-
shit take 2 actions to do.
Yeah, I mean, you could also like move or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's movement. There's other types of actions that you
Yeah,
can
immediately
take. If
he
there's
will
nothing
hide
you want
behind.
to do. Cool. What was it?
He's gonna hide behind her.
Hide behind her.
Yep.
Yep. All right. That is.
Immediately. He's like, yeah, go away. I'm gonna hide right here. Because not dealing with that.
Fabulous. That brings us to Morris's turn. Morris, you and Tammy, I should say, have. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I forget, your Raven moved with you, but they also have 3 actions. They go at the end of your turn. What would you like your crow to do?
Because technically my familiar casts spell with.
It uses your spells, though.
Yeah.
That is true. They use your spell slots as well, but they can. Your crow does have 3 actions, so they could technically cast a spell. It would cost you your spell slots, but if you don't want the crow to do anything, that's also an option
Can
too.
it do that? What the fuck?
It's totally up to you.
So I'm trying to see how far this spell needs to be. Oh yeah, no, fuck that. We ain't risking that. And he can't cast cantrips, can he?
No, there's always like a range parameter. You have to be like in contact range with the stupid thing. But I don't know what it is in Pathfinder. I'm assuming.
How tall is the ceiling in here?
About like your average, like 6.5, 7 feet.
Cool. I would like my bird to fly in to the middle of the three. I'm going to move him there. No, I don't need to move me. I need to move the bird. What is going on? I just want the bird.
You have to pick only the bird now.
Yeah, you have to do like that click and drag and highlight just the bird.
Ah. And he will do this one.
That's not a fresh spell. But I don't know how Pathfinder works.
I'm looking. Familiar is an animal chosen by a spellcaster to aid him in his study of magic. It retains the appearance, hit dice, base attack bonus, base save bonuses, skills, and feats of the normal animal it once was, but it's now a magical beast for the purpose of effects that depend on its type. That's stupid. I don't need to read any of that. Let's...
Bjorn, I mean,
Jeff,
Jeff, you sure you want to play a spellcaster with a second stat block for the first time on Pathfinder? Cool.
The bird doesn't have a stat block.
Yeah, it does.
They have the familiar can have abilities to their masters, so I will say actually that it can cast his spells.
It's a fucking drone.
But they will be using your spell slots.
That's fine.
Cantrip though, that's free, right?
Is spell period.
Oh, the spell.
Yep, they can do all the abilities of the animals, but it can do the abilities of their owners if applicable. So it'll be able to like fly, and because it's a poppet, it'll be able to communicate in common with people. It's just more moved by his will. We're just kind of role-playing that he doesn't fully grasp that yet. It is like choosing to move by his will, but it does like still like have its own personality. But when you get the sense of like, man, I want to be up here by mom, but we need to get rid of these snakes. They're hissing and they're venomous. And when you feel that will, your bird looks to you and nods, and for a split second you can see through its eyes as it flies into the room, and that kind of goes away in the instant that it starts using magic. You feel that this bird used your energy to cast these spells, and now I'm going to roll those reflex saves as these three snakes have to roll reflex saves. That one did not make it. That one did not make it. There was a 3 and a 4. That was a 2.
Once you start hiding the rolls, you see it stops going in your favor.
Putting down some tokens 'cause I wasn't ready.